Following a huge number of complaints about mis-sold loans, Amigo Loans entered into a scheme of arrangement to provide compensation to affected customers. This was a complex legal process, but in simple terms, it was a plan to manage the company's financial liabilities and pay redress. The alternative was insolvency, which would have resulted in even less money for those owed compensation. Key events in the scheme. The first attempt at a scheme was rejected by the High Court in 2021. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, objected to it, arguing it was unfair to customers as it would have paid them only a small fraction of what they were owed while protecting shareholders and other creditors. A second, revised scheme was then proposed. This one was approved by a majority of creditors and sanctioned by the High Court in May 2022. It aimed to provide a fairer outcome for customers, creating a compensation pot of at least £112 million. Who was eligible for redress? The scheme was for both borrowers and guarantors who had a valid claim of mis-selling. The most common reason was that the loan was unaffordable, meaning the lender had not properly checked if the borrower or guarantor could afford the repayments. The deadline for making a claim was November 26, 2022. The payouts. The scheme estimated that those with successful claims would receive a percentage of the compensation they were due. Initial estimates were around 41p for every £1 owed. However, as the process unfolded and more claims were made, the final payout percentage was lower. The total payout was broken down into two payments, amounting to approximately 18.51p for every £1 owed. Amigo Loans failed to meet the conditions of the scheme, specifically its inability to raise new capital and restart lending. As a result, the company went into an orderly wind down and was liquidated. The final payments from the redress scheme were made in April 2025. With the closure of the company and the final distribution of funds, the Amigo Loans redress scheme has now been fully implemented and concluded. No further claims can be made.